Dodgers have won it all in 2020. Mookie Betts cranks it left field.
They're going to make big signings. They're going to make impact trades. I don't care how many times this team rips my heart out, I'll never stop loving it.
It's time for Dodger baseball.
Strike three. Dodgers have won it all in 2020. Mookie Betts cranks it left field.
They're going to make big signings. They're going to make impact trades. I don't care how many times this team rips my heart out, I'll never stop loving the Los Angeles Dodgers. Think blue, bleed blue, and I'm out.
It's time for Dodger.
What is up, Dodgers Nation? Welcome to another episode of Dodgers Dugout post-game show live here out of the Dodgers get the dub over the San Diego Padres. I had to get out and do an emergency post-game show after what we just saw. We'll talk a little bit about Profar, that situation there. The bench is clearing between the Dodgers and the Padres. What do you make of that? Is this a rivalry? Can we accept that it's a rivalry? Or is it still a little brother, big brother situation? Feels a little more like that to me, but still the Dodgers, they get the win. 5-2. They improved to 11-6. The big stories tonight, the three big stories tonight, Gavin Stone. Gavin's role in this rotation is set in stone. The best start of his career. He was outstanding. He went 5 perfect. He took a perfect game into the 6th inning, but still gave a walk, gave up some hits, but this was his best start as a big leaguer. He ends up going 6 2/3 innings, gave up 5 hits, had 4 strikeouts, 1 walk, 2 runs, 2 earned, had a 32 called strike and whip percentage through 88 pitches, 60 strikes, 14 swings and misses. We're going to talk about his outing. What does this mean for this rotation? How about the second big thing from this game that you need to know is that the bottom of the lineup stepped up. They finally woke up. We're going to talk about that, but settle in here on the Dodgers Nation post-game show. If you haven't yet, do us a huge favor. Hit that like button for your Los Angeles Dodgers, who bounced back to get the win tonight after dropping yesterday's game in extra innings. They improved to 11-6 on the season. Nice win for your Dodgers. You had a rain delay that was over 2 hours, and they finally go out there and they play ball, and they play winning baseball. So lots to get into in this one. Also, we got the news about Bobby Miller and the shoulder inflammation. He was sent to the IL. We'll talk a little bit about that, but a little late night edition. Hey, it's the weekend, right? Your parents said you could stay up late and watch the Dodgers Nation post-game show. I'm going to break this one down, but first and foremost, let me know where you're representing Dodgers Nation from, 1, and 2, who is your player of the game? We got my player of the game. We got our Dodger dog of the game. Who's that Dodger dog of the game? We'll talk about that one. If you guys get a comment of the night, you're going to see one of these.
You win. Perfect.
If you bring that fire take, you're going to see one of these. But let's dive right into the comment section here. Thanks for rocking with us here. Stone player of the game. That's from SSJ Radio Bluth. Oxnard, California, rocking with us. That's Devario Moon. We got Surprise, Arizona. What up, Michael Snow over on YouTube? Happy Thanksgiving. That's from okay. Chief, Profar isn't good enough to be mad at anybody. I cannot wait to talk about that. We're going to dive into that here in just a few seconds. We got Las Vegas tonight. Craig Osterberg. Hopefully you're not hanging out with Ipe and he's influencing you on any bets, because like you said himself, he's not really good at this whole sports betting thing. So hopefully you're not hanging out with eBay, Mr. Craig Osterberg, but we appreciate you rocking with us here. Will Smith is a Dodger dog of the game. Yeah, love me some Will Smith. He's not going to take anything from anyone, okay? That's my Dodgers catcher for life. We got Mookie Dodger dog. That's from SSJ Radio Blue. We got New Mexico in the house, LA Dodger Blue. Chandler, Arizona, Martin Rodriguez. What up, Dodgers Nation? What up, Beerus Sama over there? We got Diane Schroeder with Indian Wells. What's up, Diane Schroeder? Okay, all you guys repping late night D-Mac after dark. That's from Noah over on YouTube. Dog of the game was Gavin Stone. We got DJ Jesse Profar named Drama Queen of the game. That's a fire take. It's a fire take over there. I'm going to hit you with a finish him too. D-Mac here from Bakersfield. What up, Jose over on YouTube? Will Smith. We got BC Borna. What up, Nando? We got Angel. Stone gets my Dodger dog of the game vote. Kid is going to be special. So we got La Quinta from Daniel. We got Alex Renteria from South Bay. But let's use that as a jumping off point, because that is the story of the game. Because last night, the Dodgers, with the extra innings game, you needed some length. They used 6 relievers yesterday, and especially with the news of Bobby Miller heading to the IL, we'll talk about that in a little bit. You got to get length from your starting pitchers. Gavin Stone, he's had some flashes this season, has some shorter starts, has some up and downs. Tonight, he really put it all together, and he retired the first 15 batters that he had faced. He was cruising. The pitch count was low, and then he goes out there in the 6th inning, and you're starting to say, okay, no one look at him, no one talk to him. We could see something special here at Dodger Stadium. Goes out there in the 6th inning, and he ends up walking Wade. He issues a leadoff walk, so there goes the perfecto. You saw that at bat. I think a little bit of fatigue, a little bit of pressure got to him, and you start to see the command go awry during that at bat. I mean, he was missing arm side with the sinker, missing with the changeup down the zone, missing with the 4-seam fastball. So there goes the perfect game. The Padres, they get their first base run of the night there in the 6th inning, but guess what? Just one pitch later, he gets Rosario to ground into a double play, and there you go. Got 2 outs just like that. First pitch sinker, soft contact, they turn 2. Really nice job by that Dodgers infield, and you're thinking, okay, short work. Let's get back to the dugout, get another quick out, but Higashioka comes up there. He singles to left. That gives him another 2-out base runner. So you got a runner on first. You got Merrill. He's up next. First pitch cutter. He singles to right. Higashioka, he ends up making it all the way to third. So they got runners on the corner there with 2 outs. Next batter, Fernando Tatis Jr. Love or hate the guy. He loves playing against the Dodgers. He doubles to center. They get their first run of the night. Higashioka, he ends up scoring, so it ties things up there at 1 apiece. So for as great as Gavin Stone pitched, he was pitching without very much run support. I mean, you saw yesterday, Yoshinobu Yamamoto, he did get that run support and definitely made him feel a little more comfortable out there. That wasn't the case for Gavin Stone tonight. So he was going out there, he was being efficient, he was being effective with no run support, and this one, he ends up giving up that double to Tatis. It was a sinker, just caught a little too much of the plate. You saw the setup for Will Smith, wanted it a little more down in the zone, and at that point he started to miss his spot a little bit. That was really the difference in this game, is he was painting corners. He was hitting his spots. The 2-seam fastball, the sinker was effective for him, keeping hitters off balance, had some punch outs with it, and that's really been the difference with Gavin Stone this season, is implementing that sinker, something east to west that you can go to early in counts to get ahead in counts. It was effective for him tonight, but that pitch right there leaves it a little too much out of the plate against a very dangerous hitter in Fernando Tatis Jr., who loves hitting at Dodger Stadium. There's a plaque for him that has him where he hit a home run outside of the stadium. He takes full advantage. He doubles, and that ties things up. But he does bounce back with runners on second and third. 1-0 count. He gets Jake Cronenworth to line to center to get out of the inning. So after everything was said and done there in the 6th inning, the perfecto was gone, the no-no was gone, but he still allowed just 1 run on 3 hits. He took advantage of that double play ball, did settle down, did not get rattled. That was so impressive to me, because for as great as this start was, one bad pitch to Jake Cronenworth, you get to see Dave Roberts come out of that dugout and take the ball with him trailing in this game. So really nice job from Gavin Stone, taking a deep breath, settling down, getting the Dodgers out of that inning, and putting himself in a position to get the win. Then you jump to the bottom of the 6th inning. Max Muncy, he gets hit by a pitch. Let's rewind a little bit to the Dodgers' first run. The Dodgers' first run came behind in the 4th inning. They're in the bottom of the 4th inning. Waldron was really having his way with the Dodgers. I mean, really keeping them off balance with that knuckleballer. Very difficult to face a knuckleballer, especially because there are not a lot of them out there in Major League Baseball. By the way, R.A. Dickey, if you're watching this game, you owe Clayton Kershaw that Cy Young Award. You got it because it was a novelty. Kershaw was a better pitcher than you that season. But I digress. Jason Varitek, of course, he famously said, trying to catch a knuckleball is like trying to catch a fly with chopsticks, right? Keeps the catcher guessing, keeps the hitter guessing, and the Dodgers, they weren't having very much success against Waldron. But in that inning, Muncy lined to first, but how about this? James Outman, bottom of the lineup, 2-1 count. He singles to left. Very next batter, Kike, he strikes out swinging, but then Luck steps up, 3-2 pitch. He takes a sweeper inside off the plate. Great at bat, great vision from Gavin Lux there, who has struggled to get things going, but he just has to get on base any way he can, right? He does it in that at bat. He draws the walk, and that sets up Mookie Betts with runners on first and second. Now, mind you, Mookie Betts has been an MVP level player this season. He's the front runner to win the MVP in the National League. But entering tonight's game, Mookie Betts was 8th on the entire team with plate appearances where you had runners on base in scoring position, right? 8th on the team. So not very many opportunities for Mookie with runners in scoring position. Finally gets one. And of course, what do you think he does? He ends up singling to left. Outman scores. That makes it 1-0 Dodgers. They start to really get the ball rolling from the bottom of the lineup to the top of the lineup, and that is what happens if you put ducks on the pond for Marcus Lynn Betts. So definitely very encouraging right there. Going to get to all your comments here. By the way, we got Jurickson Profar. That's from Noah Ortega. I'm going to give you a finishing for that. We got hello from New Mexico. I love those Profar tears. Yeah, that was the rain delay, right? It was the Profar tears before the game. I got my man over on Twitter running a poll right now, and he says, are you Profar or Confar? I'm going to say Confar because to me he's like the Patrick Beverly of Major League Baseball. LFG Dodgers from Pomona. What up, Rosemary Rodriguez? The comment of the night. We got Stone Deaf and Smith Badass. We have fire take for that one. We got pesky little Padres from Vegas. Craig Osterberg. I love me some Las Vegas. I spent a year there one night. We got Profar okay, Manila, Philippines. My Filipino friends over there. Robert Johnson, appreciate you rocking with us. What up, D-Mac from Riverside, California? Obey. Ipe needs a barber. That's from Nando. 390. We got Rick Dunn. Yeah, absolutely. But by the way, just a reminder, we're getting close to 90,000 subscribers. Number one Dodgers YouTube channel. All thanks to you guys. Once we hit 90K, if you comment done down below, you're eligible for our next giveaway, which is a Mookie Betts a jersey authentic. So definitely hit that. We got the Clown Fraud Rays. You guys all riding on the Clown Fraud Rays. But Stone player of the game. Yeah, I think that's my player of the game. Has to be Gavin Stone. Best start as a big leaguer, went out there, performed extremely well, and it wasn't the perfect 5 innings for me. It was not getting rattled, not letting the wheels fall off when he felt some stress, when he issued that leadoff walk to Wade and gave up some singles, and he gave up that double there to Fernando Tatis Jr. I was I was very impressed by that. We got Metabolic who says, what was Dog barking about? I'm going to go rewatch the game after this, or I don't know, it's kind of late. Maybe I'll wait till the morning, and try to do a little breakdown of everything that happened tonight. So I'll try to do some lip reading, try to, and shout out to John Boy, right? And we'll try to see if we can extrapolate anything, get some more details on that for sure. Where was the show when the Dodgers? I was at the game, covering the game, talking to players. So I was at Dodger Stadium talking to players, talking to Dave Roberts. So we're going to start doing this show from the stadium, though, so not to worry. But extend Teoscar. Also, too, you must be new to the show. You must be new to the show because I almost prefer doing the post-game show after losses than games because I like to try to fix the Dodgers any way I can. So you must be new to the show. Stone Cold Profar is the Dodgers. Okay, I see a cat emoji of the game. So you guys are going hard on Profar. You know what? Let's do some more of that and we'll take a look. So we'll get to that inning right there. So Dodgers, they go 1-0. And then let's talk about the 5th inning. The 5th inning where you got Manny Machado. And first of all, Manny Machado was someone who hit 2 home runs off of Gavin Stone last season. Well, tonight, Gavin Stone, 4 strikeouts. 2 of those were against Manny Machado, and he made him look foolish, right? He absolutely embarrassed him on some of those swings. And this at bat, he has him down the count 1-2, and then he goes with the changeup down the zone. You guys know Gavin Stone's changeup is nastier than a gas station bathroom, and he gets the first out. So Profar, he gets him to fly out to center. And the second pitch of that at-bat, it's 1-0 in the count. And Gavin Stone comes home, and, yeah, he loses the field for a cutter. And it's a little bit inside, but this is what we saw. Let's take a look at this. Take a look at this at Jurickson Profar. Emphasis on the Jurickson. We got, check this out. Wait a minute. So you go inside, sure. Little late break there. And look at this guy crying like a little baby over that. crying like a baby over that. This is a guy, and you see the benches clearing out there. Manny Machado, I saw someone tweet out something about Machado hustling at Dodger Stadium. That was pretty funny. But yeah, look at this. I mean, you have a pitch. This is an ordinary pitch, kind of in the zone. First of all, it's a cutter. Just kind of lost the feel for it. Nothing malicious. And let's reiterate something. This is someone who has a perfect game going. He's working on a perfecto. You think he's trying to hit you? You think he's trying to walk you? Absolutely not. Okay? Profar, what are you doing here? All right? And then how about this? What makes this even more Bush League is this is someone who's trying to lay down a bunt in a perfect game situation. Now, do you, competitiveness, whatever you have to do to get on base, I get it, fine. But then to come back and cry like that, I mean, what are your thoughts on Jurickson Profar? Look, if they did it just to try to throw off Gavin Stone because he was absolutely owning them, fine, I get it. But Jurickson Profar, I mean, this is some clown show stuff right here. I mean, grow up. This is Major League Baseball. I mean, come on now. That's when we're if it's the 60s, the 70s, I mean, you're making him smell one on the next pitch for acting like a little baby after that play. I mean, you lay down the bunt, then you react that way on a cutter inside. And my favorite thing is my man, Mr. Will Smith, my guy, my catcher for life, my Dodgers catcher for life, just stepping up right there like, well, excuse me? What? I'm not going to take that from you, okay? I mean, like, Will Smith is going to put Jurickson Profar in his place. There's an all-star, there's not an all-star, okay? I mean, Will Smith's not having it. That and Mookie right in the front lines. I mean, when have you seen Mookie, Mr. Congeniality, right? The most popular guy in the game. When do you see Mookie coming out there showing some attitude? Okay, this is a different Mookie Betts this year. This is a Marcus Lynn Betts that was stewing after a 0 for 11 performance in the NLDS. He's come back and he's been the best player in the National League. So I don't want to hear anything about bowling Mookie. No. Mookie cares. Mookie cares more than anyone could ever. Mookie cares more than you care. Mookie cares more than I care about his performance, okay? He's a man that has said himself he wants to be a legend. He wants to go down as a Hall of Famer, and on his plaque, you're going to see that Dodgers hat. So kudos to Mookie Betts going out there as the team leader and saying, you know what, we're not going to tolerate that. And I had this thought during the game, and yes, everything about this franchise moving forward from a marketability standpoint is about Shohei Ohtani, right? But this might be Shohei Ohtani's franchise, but this is still Mookie Betts' team. Mookie Betts is still the straw that stirs the Dodgers' drink. He is still that man, and Mookie has been living his Betts life with the Dodgers. But I want all your takes on Jurickson Profar. I'm always up, Doug. I'm always up, D. Doug has a life. Yeah, man, my life, watch baseball, cover baseball, talk to players. I mean, that's all I do. Nando 390, James Paxton, and Joe Kelly plunking Profar tomorrow. Man, I mean, if that does happen on ESPN, I mean, you know, I don't want to encourage fighting or anything like that, but what I will say is a wise man once told me that baseball always polices itself. And yeah, I remember Clayton Kershaw. What up, Cowboy 5 Rings? I remember Clayton Kershaw a couple of years ago when he was pointing his finger over at Profar when he had that swing that caused the catcher's interference, and he hits the catcher's mitt. He's saying, that's a BS swing. That's a BS swing. It's a lot of tension between these two, so there's no doubt about that. But we got, why is Bobby Miller injured? Hey, I mean, we'll talk about it in a little bit. I hope Stone keeps it this consistently. That's from Rosemary Rodriguez. This is a big-time confidence-building start because you're going out there, you're facing a division opponent with a lot of talent up and down that lineup, and I think the biggest takeaway from his start, the number one thing that stands out for me is you look at the strikeout numbers, weren't explosive, right? 4 strikeouts, had the 1 walk to Wade. You look at the swing and miss, definitely nice. Was getting some swing and miss in the zone with that sinker, with that changeup. 14 swings and misses. But it was the fact that he was living in the zone, attacking hitters, and trusting his defense. He wasn't trying to nibble, trying to force that chase like we saw early in his starts last season, where all he had was that 14 fastball and that changeup. No, he was working and hitting his spots in the zone, knowing there was going to to be contact, but it was going to be ground balls. It was going to be some soft contact, and you had some really nice defensive plays. You had some double plays behind you. Max Muncy made a really nice play. His defense has been a lot better at third. So, yeah, give Gavin Stone all the credit in the world by saying, you know what? I'm not going to be like Maddox level painting the corners, but I'm going to live in that zone. And I'm going to go out there and make sure that I'm not going to go down by walks or being afraid to attack hitters. So I think that is the real big breakthrough for me in this start for Gavin Stone. But yeah, he's absolutely my Dodgers player of the game. To go out there the way he did with the Dodgers using 6 relievers yesterday and needing definitely some good length. I definitely have to give it all to Mr. Gavin Stone, where his role on this team is set in stone. Stoner stepped up for this Dodgers team, so you got to love that. Let me see if I can find my Dodgers dog of the game because he absolutely deserves that one tonight. But give me your takeaways about Gavin Stone. What about Teo? With that triple LOL Tatis playing like a little leaguer. I heard Joe Davis say that during the broadcast, and that really cracked me up. So, yeah, let's keep moving on here with the game recap, and we'll get back to your Profar takes. I can't wait to read those. So, you go from the 5th, you go to the 6th, and 6th inning, we broke that down. You get the 1 run on 3 hits. Then you jump to the bottom of the 6th inning. The Dodgers, they're right back at it. And thankfully for them, they were facing Cosgrove. And the first batter he faces, he hits Max Muncy with a sweeper, hits him in his butt. That pitch was cheeks. The Dodgers get the leadoff man on. Then next batter, James Outman, he flies to center for the first out. But then Kike Hernandez, who had himself his best game in a while, Kike Hernandez, he goes up there, he singles to right. That gives the Dodgers runners on first and second with 1 out for Gavin Lux. And you're thinking to yourself, okay, what is Gavin Lux going to do during this at-bat? Is it going to be a strikeout? Is it going to be a flyout, some weak contact? No, Gavin Lux, 1-1 count. He singled to right. That scored Muncy. That put the Dodgers on top 2-1. Really nice piece of hitting by Gavin Lux, not trying to do too much and really just trying to make something happen, put the ball in play. That really has been one of the big negative aspects from the bottom of this lineup is not only are they not slugging, right? They're not hitting doubles and triples and home runs or anything like that. There's a strikeout rate is extremely high, and they're just not putting the ball in play, right? It's been the recipe for disaster. They're just not putting the ball in play. When you don't put the ball in play, nothing can really happen for you, right? I mean, 3 true outcome players. You're striking out, you're walking, right? You're hitting home runs. You need to just kind of make things happen in the bottom of the lineup, right? I mean, you just got to kind of scrap it out and just find a way to just get things going. And in that situation, that's all you can really ask for Gavin Lux right now, okay? Get me a single. We'll worry about the slug later. We just want to get that batting average up. We just want to get the confidence up. I think that at-bat right there is going to go a long way for Gavin Lux. It puts the Dodgers up 2-1 at that point. And then guess what? You give Mookie Betts another opportunity with runners in scoring position. And when you got Mookie Betts at the plate with runners in scoring position, with the bottom of the lineup getting on base, well, guess what? Not only that, you have runners on base, but then the pitcher knows you got Shohei Ohtani, right? You got Shohei Ohtani behind you. Mookie's going to see some pitches during that at-bat, and he took full advantage. 0-1 count. He singled to right. That scored Kike. The Dodgers tack on another run. They make it 3-1. That brings up Shohei. More runners in scoring position, 1-1 count, and Shohei, he ends up getting a sac fly. That makes it 4-1 Dodgers. So the Dodgers, they get 3 runs on 3 hits in that inning. They really get some separation, get some run support for Gavin Stone, and that allowed Dave Roberts to send him out there for the 7th inning. First batter he faces, Manny Machado, he gets him to ground to first for the first out. Then he strikes out Profar looking, and yeah, I mean, those Profar tears, they taste pretty good right now, right? He gets him striking out looking on a cutter. Very nice pitch, just really painted that corner. Really well executed pitch for Gavin Stone. And then he gives up the double. Next batter, 2-2 count. 5th pitch of the at bat. Hassan Kim, he doubles to right. That gives the Padres a runner in scoring position with 2 outs. Then Wade, next batter, 0-1 pitch. He singled to right to give the Padres another run to make it 4-2, and they're only within 2 runs at that point. Then Wade stole second. Michael Grove comes in. Wade steals second, and you're trying to tack on some more runs, but give Grove some credit. He falls behind the count to Rosario, 2-0 in the count. Then he finds a way to strike him out with a slider swinging to end the inning. So 1 run on 2 hits there. And, hey, you're feeling good about that. Then bottom of the 7th inning, Dodgers go out there. They keep the offense going. Will Smith, he strikes out to start the inning for the first out. But then Teoscar Hernandez, it's a single to right. But then you got a bad throw by Fernando Tatis Jr. Some stuff fell out of his pockets. I don't know if that was a ringworm cream or anything like that. Distracted him. And then Teoscar Hernandez, he gets all the way to third base. Joe Davis is saying it looked like Little League baseball out there. And then, yeah, you're feeling really good about that. You got a runner on third. And then Max Muncy coming up next. Max Muncy, what does he do? Puts the ball in play. He gets a sac fly. That gives the Dodgers another run. They tack on another one to make it 5-2. And then Outman strikes out. So you got 1 run on 1 hit in that inning. And then for my reliever of the night, my Eric Gagne game over reliever of the night goes to Daniel Hudson. So Hudson, yesterday, he gave up that home run to Cronenworth. Really just made one bad pitch on a slider he left up. He comes out today. He strikes out the side. He got Sullivan on a 4-seam fastball up in the zone, Merrill on a 4-seam fastball up in the zone, and then he struck out Tatis with this slider at the bottom of the zone. So really nice job by Huddy tonight to go in there and just kind of end that momentum that the Padres were building. And then Phillips there in the 9th inning got into a little bit of a trouble. Gave him a 1-out single to Machado. Profar, he singled to left, so they got back-to-back singles. But then Kim grounded into that fielder's choice right there. And then Wade, he grounded to second. So great win for the Dodgers. The bottom of the lineup was the story. Gavin Stone was the story. And that's really my takeaway is, yeah, they needed this bottom of the lineup to start to break through. And you saw during the road trip, Outman got a couple of home runs. Yes, Chris Taylor continues to struggle, but tonight, Gavin Lux, a big spot there, 1 for 3. He comes through and helps this Dodger team put up some runs there in the early in the game. And then Enrique Hernandez, Kike goes 2 for 4. James Outman goes 1 for 4. So bottom of the lineup tonight, they stepped up. They gave the Dodgers what they need. They go 4 for 11. But let's just go all your comments for the rest of the show, and then we'll talk a little bit about Bobby Miller. So when I give you my comments on Bobby Miller, everything I've heard, and then here, let's find you guys. There we go. Go all the way to, we got, so let's see, D-Mac Jr., when is it? Says, when is bring your kids to work day? Okay, we'll figure that out. I'll give you the schedule. $10 super chat from Diane Schroeder. To your point, the Padres are clowns. D-Mac never sleeps. Yeah. I sleep in December when baseball is over. Nando 390 Mookie was watching UFC during the rain delay. It's a fire take from Nando. I still want Pajes. Youngie, we'll talk some Pajes another day. But yeah, I mean, he's absolutely raked. Pajes has that unique ability, that unique potential to be someone that could hit you 20 to 30 home runs, but strike out at around a 20% clip. And he's not one of those guys that has to sell out for power to get power, right? He can strike out at a league average rate or a below league average rate and take his walk. So, yeah, he just hits the ball extremely hard. So, semi-Profar, I like that. That's a comment of the night right there from Trish Sloan. Says semi-Profar. That's fire right there. Terry Hesticles, Pro Fool will forever be booed at Dodger Stadium from now on. That's a fire take. Yeah, I'm not Profar, I'm Confar. Okay, let's just call it what it is. Hello, D-Mac from Swelling Sausage. What is up? We got Bye Profar from Boomer Assassin. You guys are absolutely killing it tonight. Oscar Cameraman. We got to, what did you think of Manny's hustle when the bench is cleared? D-Mac, yeah, I mean, I would like to see that in 2018 when he thought he hit a home run and just bounced off the wall to get a single there. That would have been nice. But, yeah, Manny was out there. Let me say one thing about Manny Machado, though. At the game on the field yesterday, after the Dodgers took BP, I went over and I wanted to watch the Padres, and you know, I'm over there just kind of seeing how they do things. And Manny Machado, he takes batting practice. After the batting practice, he goes up and sorry guys, I'm just plugging my charger. He goes up and he signed autographs longer than I've seen any road star sign autographs at Dodger Stadium. He took pictures with Dodgers fans and signed autographs for longer than any star I've seen on an opposing team. So Say what you want about Manny Machado, but I was really impressed to see that. I mean, he was really, really cool to Dodgers fans and taking pictures with them and Padres fans as well. So, yeah, but it was funny, though. I saw someone tweet that. They said, yeah, that's it's the most I've ever seen Manny Machado hustle at Dodger Stadium. So that was really, really hilarious right there. Will Smith is kind of becoming my favorite player. I mean, he should have been your favorite player already, Mitchell. No, but he's one of the just core foundational pieces on this team. That's why this organization loves him, because he's one of those guys that builds culture, right? He's one of those guys that you say, you know what? The way he goes about his business, that translates, that carries over, that rubs off on his teammates. And the level of professionalism from him, it's just next level. Mike C, great analysis. D-Max, Stone had a great game. Absolutely. I mean, I was just so impressed from Stoner. I'm so happy for the guy that really had just a rough go of it when he came up last season, but he retooled, added that sinker, threw more cutter, and you're seeing that a starting pitcher in Major League Baseball, when you have more than 2 pitches, you are going to have a better chance of having success. We got Sarah Perez over on YouTube. Dang, baby, how many times did the UPS pitcher come close in hitting the Dodgers until they hit Muncy, calling Stone the P word in Spanish, loser? Oh, did he? Sarah, so that's what he was saying. You know what? Like I was saying, Pat Profar, he's one of those guys that he's an irritant, right? He's someone that kind of gets under your skin, and he kind of gives me a Patrick Beverly type vibe for sure. But, yeah, I mean, if you said that to Will Smith, I mean, stay in your lane, man. You're not at this level, right? You're not at my level. Like, call me when you're an all-star. You're not. D-Max Smith just now commenting. He said it was weird, LOL. Yeah, I mean, he probably said, yeah, that was weird. You know, I mean, Profar acting like he just saw OJ in the flesh. J.A., okay. Offense looking better without Taylor. That's from BC. Yeah, I mean, Taylor just continues to struggle. And I asked Dave Roberts about Chris Taylor yesterday, and what Dave told me about Chris Taylor was that, 1, he admitted that he was in a scuffle. 2, he said that he's always been a streaky player and that he had really a nice start in Seoul Korean, the way he was swinging the bat, but he also said that he was fully healthy and there's nothing about his health that he thinks is going to be a detriment. So the reason why I was kind of going for that question was because I think we can basically save ourselves from a phantom IL stint, right? I mean, I think phantom IL stints are dangerous now. After what happened in New York with the Mets and after what happened, Major League Baseball for penalties, it's a big risk to have a phantom IL stint. So Dave has said he's fully healthy. So you can't just throw him on the IL as a phantom IL unless, I don't know, he goes out there and swings and kind of tweaks it or whatever it may be. So they're going to have a tough decision to make with Chris Taylor unless he finds a way to put things together, because he does not look good at the plate. The strikeouts continue to pile up. I mean, I hate to kind of kick a guy when he's down because of everything he's done for this organization, not just on the field, but off the field. He gives back and he gives his time more than anyone within this organization. But look, this is a performance-based business, like Dave Roberts always says. And this is a team that has big goals and big aspirations. And if you're not going to produce, guess what? They got guys behind you that have the potential to produce. And after what we've seen with Michael Busch going out there and having a lot of success with the Cubs, hey, I want to see what Miguel Vargas can do with another opportunity. I want to see what Andy Pages can do with an opportunity in that position. So, yeah, I mean, the Dodgers have talent, the farm system. You could go out there and you could sign to Tommy Pham, who's still out there. I know we talked about this a little bit, but yeah. Roger Kennard, what up, Roger Kennard? We got a tremendous performance by the young Gavin Stone. Let's go Dodgers 2024. Roger, the Los Angeles Dodger from Dallas, Fort Worth. Can we get a CT3 cricket bat? Work for Shohei and out, man. That's a fire take from Rosemary. Yeah, have him sleep with it, okay? Put it by his bed, okay? Don't let him take it out of his sight. I mean, something's got to change for sure. Nick Ramirez gonna be good. Watch. So Chris Sargoy is calling it right now. Yeah, why don't we hit that for a little bit and give you the latest on that. So, yeah, the Dodgers, they made some serious roster moves today. I mean, you placed Bobby Miller and Connor Brogdon on the 15-day IL. and Brogdon's with the plantar fasciitis, and Bobby Miller with the shoulder inflammation. And then they called up right-hander JP Feyereisen and lefty Nick Ramirez. So Feyereisen, he pitched a little bit. He was active, actually, during the Seoul series. He pitched once in Seoul, Korea. They optioned him down to AAA, and the Ramirez, they picked him up from the Yankees on April 2nd. So I, too, am a little bullish on Ramirez. I think they are searching for a lefty reliever that they can throw out there and maybe discover, and hopefully he can be someone that is this year's Ryan Brazier. And I know Ryan Brazier's not looking good right now. Things can turn around. I know people are calling him a one-hit wonder, a one-year wonder, but Ramirez could be the guy. He has the potential to be this year's diamond in the rough type of signing for the Dodgers. And when it comes to Bobby Miller, though, he was set to go on Tuesday or Wednesday against the Nationals, but now you got to fill that spot. You got to fill that spot in the rotation. So will they call up a Landon Knack? Will they call up a Kyle Hurt? Will they ask a Yoshinobu Yamamoto to pitch on 4 days rest instead of 5 days rest? Well, something tells me they will not have him go on shorter rest because they haven't done that yet this season. They want to keep him closer to his Japanese NPB schedule as he continues to get acclimated to Major League Baseball. Also, they realize, too, he's 25, he's a $325 million pitcher, and they want to save as many bullets as they can and keep him as fresh as possible so he peaks in the postseason. So I don't think they'll do that. My guess, we see Knack or we see Hurt at some point next week. I hope we see Kyle Hurt because Kyle Hurt, he's filthy. Hurt's so good. Works in the zone. So that, I think, is what we're going to see. As far as Bobby Miller, I mean, look, you look at the, I know, I agree, that was a savage comment by Joe Davis, the Little Leaguer, but I'm sure if people tweet that out. D-Mac Hudson was killing me last night from Myria Jones. Yeah, look, but see, this is such a bonus to me. Daniel Hudson right now, that is finding a $20 bill under the seat cushion, right? That's finding money on the ground when you're walking around. He has found money at this point because there was no guarantee that he was ever going to pitch again in all of Major League Baseball. The Dodgers, they love him as a player. They love his story. He's a great clubhouse leader. The young pitchers look up to him, and he has looked the part so far. I mean, tonight to strike out the side and bounce back. Yesterday wasn't his best, but he just made one bad pitch, and he left that slider up to Cronenworth. So I actually am encouraged by what I'm seeing by Daniel Hudson because he has found a way to make his way back to the mound, whereas Blake Treinen hasn't been able to get back on the mound yet. I think when he does get that opportunity, if he does get fully healthy, I still think Blake Treinen can do something similar and really help this team and fill spots as a high-leverage reliever. But, yeah, I give him a lot of credit for that. Neil says, Profar, cry baby, pitch wasn't even close to hitting him. That's what bugs me. The pitch wasn't close. You tried to lay down a bunt in a perfect game. You're Jurickson Profar, okay? And you try to step to Will Smith, who is the best catcher in the league, along with Adley Rutschman and some others. But still, Will Smith, you trying to step to him? No. Hey, Profar is like that guy who thinks he's an all-star, but he's a role player, right? I mean, he's had a solid start to the season, but stay in your lane and stop crying. I mean, come on now. Was that the rain or was that Profar like we were talking about earlier? But the Terry Testicles, you kill me every time I have to read that, man. Please change. No, keep your name the same. I love all your names, okay? Do we take the series tomorrow or do I take the under? Dodgers getting the dub tomorrow. ESPN, they get the dub. Otani's going to show out. I think Otani could pass Hideki Matsui. AB, I can't read that one. I loved that Will Smith called Profar irrelevant. He did? I got to see that. Justin Lamas, Chris Taylor's batting average is a blood alcohol level. Oh, my God.
Finish
You guys are in rare form time. I'm going to go head over to the X to see what Will Smith said, if anything. We got so here's what Dave Roberts said about the Profar situation. He said it was caused by a lack of feel. And he said, I'm so mad you tried to break up my perfect. Okay, so no, this is actually Jeff Snyder. My man, Jeff Snyder, who does a fantastic job over at Locked On, by the way, shout out. It's a little funny comment by him. So, yeah, I'm trying to get the kind of the quotes. Okay, so I guess Jurickson Profar is blocking people. This is from Juan Toribio. He tweeted out, Dodgers manager Dave Roberts said they decided to place Bobby Miller. Okay, so this is an update on the Bobby Miller shoulder situation. And he says they decided to place Bobby Miller on the injured list because his right shoulder, quote, hasn't been recovering the last couple starts, and there is a little smoke. So if you guys have been watching this show, you guys remember a couple shows back, someone on this show actually said that he was going to be heading for an IL stint. Someone in the comments. And, yeah, just kind of make sure you're watching Dodgers Dugout Live Monday through Friday in the mornings. That's all I'm going to tell you. So, yeah, for sure. Here's a stat from Opta Stats over on Twitter. Tonight's Dodgers victory marks the first time in MLB history one Gavin earned the win, Gavin Stone, and another Gavin had the game-winning RBI, Gavin Lux. Wow. Love that stat. There's my stat of the show. So, Gavin Lux gets the game-winning RBI. Gavin Stone gets the win. So first time in MLB history. So when Will Smith was asked about the Jurickson Profar incident from the reporters, our guy, who is it? My man, Mr. Dave Vassay from Dodger Talk. So DV asked him about it, and he said, yeah, I don't know what his deal was. He thought we were trying to throw at him. I don't know why we would have thrown at him. He's kind of irrelevant, but I don't know. He started mouthing off and everybody came out. I don't know why he was throwing such a big deal about it. Oh my goodness. Fire take from Will Smith. Just absolutely sunning Jurickson Profar, calling him Mr. Irrelevant. I'm going to give him a finish him for that one too. That just made my night. That just made my absolute... I thought someone was kidding in the comments, but I love to see that. So that's awesome. CT3 will be back tomorrow. Couple more here, guys. And we'll let you guys enjoy the rest of... Actually, good morning. Good Sunday morning to you guys out there. So here we go. A couple more here, and then some final thoughts. D-Mac, can you comment on what Dave Roberts had to work with tonight this early in the season? I mean, look, you have a bullpen that has been dealing with injuries. They're not at full strength. You have some young pitchers that you're leaning on, but you still have the best offense in baseball with the MVP leader in Mookie Betts, followed by really a hitter that's heating up, and he's not even at his very highest gear in his Shohei Ohtani. So a couple more here, guys. We got Dodgers need to give away Vesia. He can't play under pressure. Will Smith fire take of the year. That was amazing. Can't wait to see the video of that. Bro, when you go from the Padres to the Rockies and return as a Padre, your life is boo-boo. Oh, my goodness. Will, I'm repping Dodgers Nation from South Pasadena. That's a fire take, Vince Rodriguez. I hate Profar. All my homies hate Profar. That's from TKO 1503. I like it. Will Smith basically kind of, you know what Will Smith did? He joined all the diss tracks around. Drake's dropping one today. You had J. Cole's and you got Kendrick. Will Smith's going to be Will Smith versus Profar. That's going to be the next MLB rap battle, okay? And I got my money on Smitty. I just think, the clutch Prince of the Ravine can go out there bar for bar and smoke Profar. Absolutely. So savage takes from you guys. But Terry Heskel says D-Mac calling Profar. Harry Tesco says D-Mac calling Pro full irrelevant is wild. Look, guys, I can't be two plays at the same time. But, yeah, the technology, AI, you know what I mean? Noah Ortega, that's a baseball slap in the face from Will Smith. Fire take. So, final thoughts today. Gavin Stone, he took a massive step forward. And I think Gavin's spot in this rotation has to be set in stone. Where there may be a role where you go into six-man rotation, you kind of mess with some starts here and there, but he's someone that's going to help this team from wire to wire. This is not a situation where he gets sent down and he's down for a long period of time. I think Gavin Stone has really earned his spot on the big league club this season, and then also great to see the bottom of the lineup get going, because I know that narrative's out there. I know people just waiting for the bottom of the lineup to not produce and not slug and strike out. Today was a different story. Gavin Lux gets the game-winning RBI. Kike Hernandez had a 2-hit game. James Outman had a hit, so that really was the best. And also, Jurickson Profar, grow up. This is Major League Baseball. You're out here crying on a pitch that wasn't even close, okay? Like I said, I'm not Profar, I'm con Profar, okay? This is someone that we'll see what happens tomorrow, but there's no spot for that in Major League Baseball, especially when someone is in a perfect game situation. So you're an irritant, but still, the act is getting old, Okay, and another final thought too. Say what you want about the Dodgers and Padres. Is it a rivalry or not? Look, to me, it's like what the Lakers and the Suns was back in the day, right? When you had Rajah Bell and D'Antoni, right, in that era, or the Kings and the Lakers back in the day, right? Yes, it's not going to be forever. It's not a lasting rivalry. I mean, by definition, it's a division rivalry, but I think it's a temporary rivalry based on how the rosters are currently constructed. As long as Manny and Fernando Tatis are on that team, that Tat Cheats, there are logs on that team, it's going to be a rivalry, right? But we know the Dodgers have one rival. It's the San Francisco Giants, okay? So I think it does not deserve to be labeled a rival along with the Giants or even the Yankees, Cardinals, teams like that. But I do think that there is as much juice and tension between these two teams as you really could expect any big league club at this point. Lots of tension between these two teams. And look, they play a lot of epic baseball games against each other. But a couple walk-off shots from you guys. We got Profar going to Hillcrest as deed event. Padres pay Profar in Jumbo Jacks. That's from Jose. Until the Dodgers win in the postseason. D-Mac, I'm all for PEDs. Still got to have... Okay. Padres irrelevant from Carl. Ringworm cream on the Profar was noticed. Okay, guys, so that's going to do over this episode of Dodgers Dugout. The Dodgers Nation. That's going to do over this episode of the Dodgers Nation post-game show. Tune into Dodgers Dugout, though, Monday through Friday in the mornings, the #1 Dodgers show on YouTube. Definitely tune in this week. Got some big stuff planned for you guys. And also, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell. Hit that like button. Also, comment down below on all your Dodger takes. And make sure you're subscribed so you're eligible for our next giveaway at 90,000 subscribers. My name is Doug McKain. You can follow me on X and Instagram at DMac_LA. We got a super chat on the way out here. This is from John Bleeblue. Why pay for the 2 super chats if you're not going to read them? Sorry, we don't have our producer, but John Bleeblue, I will go back and find your super chats, and we're working on a new system so they can pop up on the screen. We just get, so many, but let me see if I can scroll up. I'll see if I can scroll up to see if I can find it here. But one thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take care of that for you and make sure we're reading them. So let's see. Yeah, actually didn't. Got so many comments. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna find. I'll promise I'll read. Oh, here we go. I promise I'll read on the very, very next show. I'll leave the show with it. So thank you so much. Thank you for the super chats. Thanks for everything, guys. See you guys. Be sure to leave a like on your way out. Remember, nothing brings together quite like Dodger baseball. And until next time, think blue, bleed blue, and I'm out.